My beloved child, stop. Do not scroll past this. You've been asking me, Lord, how do you turn my difficulties into victory? How do you give me double for my trouble? My child, the answer is woven into every word you're about to hear. Stay until the end, and I will open your eyes to it. Do not think for a second that this is a mere coincidence of an algorithm or a random occurrence. I have stopped the world around you. I have paused the noise of your busy life, and I have orchestrated this very moment just to speak with you. You have been asking me for a sign. You have been whispering into the void, wondering if I am truly listening. Wondering if your prayers are hitting a glass ceiling and falling back down to the floor. This is your answer. I woke you up, I guided your hand, and I drew you here because there is a spiritual emergency happening in your life that you cannot see, but I can. I am the voice that has been calling your name in the wind, the gentle nudging in your spirit that you have been too distracted to decipher. Today, I am not just speaking to the crowd. I am whispering directly into your ear. Only you were meant to see this. Only you were meant to receive this specific frequency of healing. I see the heaviness you carried into this day. I know the exhaustion that goes deeper than your bones. It is a weariness of the soul. You have been fighting battles that no one else knows about. You have been smiling to the world while your heart is bleeding inside. I saw you last night when you stared at the ceiling, mind racing with worries about finances, about your future, about the people who misunderstood you. You feel like you are walking through a thick fog, unable to see where your next step should land. You feel like you are behind, like you have missed your window of opportunity. And the enemy has been whispering lies that it is too late for you. But I am here to tell you that the enemy is a liar. You are not lost. You are being located. You are not rejected. You are being redirected. But before I can take you to the land of milk and honey, we must deal with the poison that has been quietly infecting your hope. Before I reveal the blessing that is already on its way to you, I need you to take a step of faith. I need you to acknowledge that you are here present with me, ready to receive. The enemy wants you to remain hidden, silent, and isolated in your pain. But today we break that silence. If you are ready to hear my voice and receive this divine surgery for your soul, declare your presence now. Type Amen or 777 in the comments below to open the gates of heaven over your life. Do not let this moment pass without marking it. And as you do, press the like button and subscribe to this channel, not for numbers, but as a prophetic act of connecting your spirit to this stream of revelation. By doing so, you are telling the universe that you are listening and you are ready for the shift. My child, before a builder can restore a beautiful home, he must inspect the foundation for cracks. That is what we are doing right now. This is not a list of your failures. It is a blueprint for your restoration. I need you to see exactly where the walls have weakened so that when I give you the solution, you know exactly where to apply it. Patience is the mortar of wisdom. Listen through to the end, because the tools I'm about to give you will not just fix today's problem. They will build a fortress that cannot be shaken tomorrow. Understand this: the diagnosis is not the end. It is the beginning of the cure. You have felt stagnant, not because I have abandoned you, but because I have placed you in a recovery room. I have had to strip away the things that were hurting you, even the things you thought you loved, to save your destiny. You have been mourning the loss of people and opportunities, thinking I was punishing you. My precious one, I was not punishing you. I was protecting you. I saw the poison in the cup they handed you, so I knocked it from your hand. You cried over the spill, but I was saving you from the death inside it. Now, as we walk through this message, I will show you why the silence has been so loud and why the delay was actually a divine setup for a double portion of joy. Stay with me. Do not turn away. Your healing begins now. My child, think of this video as a well of living water in the middle of a dry desert. You have been walking through the heat of the world's demands all day, and now you have finally stopped to drink. Do not take just one sip and run back into the scorching sun. Stay here. Drink deeply until your spirit is fully refreshed. The urge to click away to check a message to hurry, that is the desert calling you back to be thirsty again. Resist it. Whatever is waiting for you out there can wait a few minutes longer. I am filling your cup, but you must hold it still to receive the outpouring. I see the question that haunts you when you are alone. I see the tears that fall when no one is watching. You have been crying out to me, sometimes with words, sometimes with groans too deep for words, and the response has felt like nothing. You have felt the crushing weight of my silence. You have prayed for a breakthrough, for healing, for a financial miracle. And day after day, the sun rises and sets with no visible change. You have looked up at the ceiling and felt as though your prayers were hitting it and bouncing back down to the floor. You have begun to wonder, have I done something wrong? Is he angry with me? Has he forgotten me? My precious one, let me wipe that lie from your mind right now. I have never left you. I have never forsaken you. I am closer to you than the very air you breathe. Understand the nature of this silence. It is not the silence of abandonment. It is the silence of the examination room. Think back to your days in school. When the teacher is teaching, they speak. They explain, they guide, they answer questions. But when the test begins, the teacher becomes silent. The teacher does not speak during the exam, not because they do not care, but because they are watching to see if the student has learned the lesson. You are in a season of testing, my child. I am silent because I am confident in what I have placed inside of you. I am watching you facing the giants, facing the lack, facing the loneliness. And I am waiting for you to use the authority I have already given you. The silence is not an absence of my presence. It is a sign of my trust in your maturity. I am standing right beside you, cheering you on, waiting for you to realize that you already hold the answer in your hand. Do not mistake the silence for distance. In the silence, I am doing my deepest work. Roots grow in the dark, deep under the soil where no one can see. If you pull the seed up every day to check if it is growing, you kill it. You must trust the process of the hidden season. You are not buried. You are planted. While you see nothing happening on the surface, I am developing your character, your patience, and your spiritual endurance underground. I am expanding your capacity to handle the blessing that is coming. If I gave you the weight of glory you are asking for right now, without the structural integrity to hold it, it would crush you. So I am building you. I am strengthening your foundation in the quiet. Trust my timing. Trust my silence. I am working. The breakthrough is already in motion. My beloved, I want you to visualize an arrow. Think of how it operates. For an arrow to be launched toward its target, it cannot just sit comfortably against the string. It must be pulled back. It must be dragged backward away from the goal against the resistance of the bow. The further it is pulled back, the more tension is created. The more tension there is, the farther and faster it will fly when it is finally released. You are that arrow, and I am the divine archer. I know you feel like you are being pulled backward right now. I know it feels like life is dragging you in the wrong direction. You look at where you want to be, your dreams, your healing, your financial freedom, and it feels like you are moving further and further away from them. The pressure is immense. The tension in your spirit feels like it is about to snap. You are crying out, "Lord, why am I going backward? Why is this happening to me?" Understand this truth. You are not retreating. You are reloading. You are not lagging behind. You are gathering momentum. The tension you feel is not the sign of your end. It is the prerequisite for your launch. I have not pulled you back to punish you or to keep you from your destiny. I have pulled you back because the target I have set for you is vast, and it requires a power that can only be generated by this season of stretching. If I had just dropped you toward your goal, you would have fallen short. But because I am aiming you at something higher, something greater than you can imagine, I had to pull you back into the deep waters of preparation. The intensity of your struggle is the proof of the magnitude of your future. The enemy wants you to focus on the discomfort of the stretch. I want you to focus on the destination of the release. I see how you watch others around you. You scroll through their lives and see them hitting their targets. They are getting married, they are getting promoted, they are buying homes, and they seem to be soaring while you are stuck in the mud. The spirit of comparison tries to whisper that you are forgotten, that you are the mistake. Reject that lie. Do not compare your preparation season to someone else's harvest season. Their target is not your target. Their assignment is not your assignment. I do not give big assignments to small people. The fact that you are facing giant difficulties is evidence that you have a giant destiny. The difficulties are not accidents. They are gifts wrapped in sandpaper. They are scrubbing away your pride, your fear, and your reliance on yourself, so that when you fly straight and you fly true. Do not despise this time of being held back. It is in this tension that potential energy is transformed into kinetic power. I am aiming you at a destiny that your lineage has never seen. I am aiming you at generational chains to break them. I am aiming you at a legacy of abundance to establish it. But you must trust the archer's hand. Do not struggle against the string. Do not try to fire yourself prematurely. If you release yourself too soon, you will fall to the ground harmlessly. But if you wait, if you endure the tension, if you let me stretch you to your full capacity, when I finally release my fingers, you will not just reach your goal. You will penetrate through obstacles that have stopped everyone else in your family. Hold on. The release is coming. The flight will be worth the stretch. My child, I never promised that life would be fair. I never said that because you are mine, you would be exempt from the rain, the storms, or the cruelty of others. In fact, I told you that in this world you would have trouble. I see the burning sense of injustice that keeps you awake at night. You have been treated unfairly. You have given your heart to people who broke it. You have worked harder than those who got the promotion. You have been loyal to those who betrayed you the moment your back was turned. You look at the scoreboard of life and shout, "It is not right." You are correct. It is not right. But do not let the unfairness make you bitter. Let it make you better. Do not let the betrayal turn you into a victim. Let it awaken the warrior within you. I want you to understand that the enemy attacks you so fiercely, not because you are weak, but because he is terrified of who you are becoming. He does not waste his ammunition on empty vessels. He targets you because he sees the treasure I have placed inside you. He stirs up injustice to make you quit, to make you curse your life, to make you bow down to bitterness. But he does not know that he is merely adding fuel to your fire. Every stone thrown at you is a stone I can use to build your palace. Every person who walked away was removed because they were too small for your future. The injustice is not a sign that I have lost control. It is the very furnace I am using to refine the gold of your character. Listen to me closely. There is a king inside of you. There is a royalty in your bloodline that cannot be bought, only forged. But a true king is not born in silk sheets and comforted by servants. A true king is born in the heat of battle. A king who has never suffered is a king who cannot lead. Look at my servant David. He was anointed to be king, but he did not go straight to the throne. He went to the cave. He was hunted like a dog. He was betrayed by his own family. He faced giants and armies that wanted his head. Why? Because I had to squeeze the shepherd boy out of him to make room for the king. I had to let him feel the sting of injustice, so he would know how to rule with justice. You are in that same training ground. The pressure you feel is the weight of your crown being prepared. You are not breaking. You are breaking through. You are shedding the skin of a victim and stepping into the identity of a ruler. Stop crying over the unfairness and start commanding your atmosphere. Stand up. Shake off the dust of self-pity. The world may have treated you like a beggar, but I have called you royalty. The very things meant to destroy you are the things that will qualify you. Walk with your head high. The unfairness is temporary, but your reign is eternal. You are royalty, and it is time you started walking like it. My beloved, listen to the statute of my kingdom that governs your situation right now. It is written in Zechariah 9:12, "Return to your fortress, you prisoners of hope. Even now I announce that I will restore twice as much to you." This is not just a comforting poetic verse. It is a legal decree from the throne of heaven. You have felt robbed. You look at your life and see the years that were stolen by sickness, the finances that were drained by bad decisions, the joy that was siphoned off by depression. You feel as though you are operating at a deficit, desperately trying to get back to zero. But I am not the God of zero. I am not merely bringing you back to the starting line. My justice does not just repair, it restores with increase. The spiritual law I am activating over your life today is the law of double for your trouble. The enemy thought he was depleting you, but he was unknowingly setting you up for a multiplication that he cannot stop. You may ask, Lord, if you love me, why did you allow the trouble in the first place? Why did I have to go through the breaking? This is the secret that many miss. Imagine your life is a container. When you first came to me, your spirit was like a small clay cup. You were precious, but your capacity was limited. You prayed for abundance. You prayed to impact nations. You prayed for an overflow of blessings. But a small cup cannot hold an ocean. If I had poured out the measure of blessing I have prepared for you into that small cup, it would have spilled over and been wasted. You did not have the room to contain it. So I had to allow the breaking. I had to allow the trials to shatter the smallness of your old identity. The trouble was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to expand you. The pain you endured was the tool I used to carve out more space in your soul. Every time your heart broke, it grew larger. Every time you were forced to trust me in the dark, your capacity for faith expanded. The crushing weight you felt was actually the pressure required to widen your vessel. You are no longer a cup. You are becoming a reservoir. Now that the work of expansion is done, I can pour out the double portion. I could not give you double when you were small, but now you are ready. For every tear you shed in secret, I have prepared a double portion of public joy. For every moment of shame you endured, I have prepared a double portion of honor. For every dollar the enemy stole, I am orchestrating a double portion of financial favor. The trouble was the price of admission to a higher level of destiny. The enemy overplayed his hand. He pushed you so hard that he pushed you right into your promotion. Stand firm, prisoner of hope. Your double portion is being poured out now. My child, come with me into the corridors of history. I want to show you a story that I have preserved in my word, not to condemn you, but to set you free. You know the name of David the shepherd, the giant slayer, the sweet psalmist of Israel, the man after my own heart. But today, I do not want you to look at the hero. I want you to look at the broken man. I want you to see the moment when his crown slipped and his life fell into the mud. It was a season when kings go off to war, but David stayed behind. From his rooftop, he saw Bathsheba. In one moment of weakness, the man who had defeated Goliath was defeated by his own lust. He took what was not his. He shattered a marriage. And when the consequences began to rise, he did not confess. He covered it up. He ordered the death of an innocent man, Uriah, to hide his sin. The hands that once played the harp in worship were now stained with the blood of a loyal soldier. I watched all of this. I saw the man I anointed sink deeper and deeper into a pit of his own making. You might think that in that moment my anger would have consumed him, or that I would have ripped the kingdom from his hands forever. But I want you to look closer at the wreckage. The child born from that illicit union, the innocent life caught in the crossfire of sin, became sick. David fasted. He prayed. He lay on the ground all night, begging me to spare the child. He cried out for mercy, hoping that his tears would wash away the consequences of his actions. But the child died. The silence in the palace was deafening. It seemed like the end. It seemed like the final verdict on his life was written: failure, murderer, adulterer. Why do I remind you of this dark chapter? Because I see you standing in the shadows of your own past. You are looking at the wreckage of your own decisions. You are looking at a marriage that failed, a business that went bankrupt because of your pride, an abortion you never speak of, or a season of addiction that stole years from your family. You look at your hands and you feel dirty. You think, I have messed up too badly. I have gone too far. God can use others, but He cannot use me. My foundation is cracked. You believe that because the start was messy, the finish is ruined. You believe that your Bathsheba moment has disqualified you from your destiny. Hear me now. You are looking at the events, but you are missing the paradox. You are mourning the death of the first child, thinking it is the death of your future. But you do not yet see what is coming next. You do not see that I do not walk away from the wreckage. I step right into the middle of it. The enemy wants you to stare at the grave of your mistakes forever. He wants you to build a monument to your guilt and live there. But I am not the God of the grave. I am the God of the resurrection. David's story did not end in the dirt, and neither will yours. The chapter of your failure is not the last chapter of your book. It is merely the soil from which I am about to grow something so magnificent it will silence every accuser. My beloved, behold the mystery of my grace. Look again at David and Bathsheba. According to human logic, their union should have been cursed forever. Religious law would demand that they be cast aside, branded by their sin. But watch what I did. From that same relationship, the one birthed in scandal, the one marked by tragedy, I brought forth Solomon. Do you understand who Solomon was? He was not just another son. He was the wisest man to ever walk the earth. He was the king of peace. And most importantly, he was the one, the only one whom I chose to build my holy temple. I did not choose a son from a perfect wife. I did not look for a lineage that was spotless. I chose Solomon. I took the product of a broken, sinful past, and I redeemed it to build the holiest place on earth. This is the Solomon paradox. I can build a holy future on a broken past. This is the truth that will set you free today. You have been believing the lie that your past disqualifies you, You think your divorce, your bankruptcy, your addiction, or your youthful mistakes are a permanent stain. But I am telling you, I am the master builder. I do not need perfect bricks to build my kingdom. I need broken pieces that have been yielded to me. I can take the very thing that caused you the most shame and turn it into your greatest ministry. I can take the ashes of your failure and form them into a crown of wisdom. Solomon's name means peace, and another name given to him was Jedediah, which means loved by the Lord. I loved the fruit of that restored union. I love you right now in the midst of your restoration. The enemy whispers, "You are damaged goods." I say, "You are a chosen vessel." The enemy says, "It is over." I say, "We are just getting started." Do not let your past define your potential. If I could bring the temple builder out of David's greatest failure, imagine what I can do with your life. I am washing you clean. I am rewriting your story. The blood of Jesus speaks a better word than your mistakes. Your Solomon is coming, a season of wisdom, wealth, and divine purpose that is birthed directly from the scars you carry. You are not a monument to sin. You are a monument to grace. My child, if you believe I am breaking your chains right now, do not stay silent. This is your moment to agree with heaven. If you believe that I can take the dust of your life and build a palace, type "breakthrough is mine" in the comments to claim it. And as you declare it, press the like button and make sure you are subscribed. Join this family of believers and signal your agreement with heaven. Do not just watch, participate in your own deliverance. The shift is happening. My child, let us anchor your drifting heart in the bedrock of my word. It is written in Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. I want you to read that again. Many are the plans. Look at your own mind. It is a whirlwind of plans. You have plan A, plan B, and plan C. You wake up calculating, strategizing, and worrying about how to make things happen. You draw roadmaps for your life, timelines for your success, and scripts for how others should treat you. And when those plans fail, when the loan is denied, when the relationship ends, when the door slams shut, you panic. You fall into anxiety because you have idolized your plans. You have worshipped your own ability to control the future. But listen to the second half of the verse. It is the Lord's purpose that prevails. The word prevails means it stands firm, it overcomes it, outlasts everything else. My purpose for you is not a fragile thing that can be broken by a bad economy or a bad breakup. My purpose is a mighty river. Your plans are just little sticks you throw into it. The river will always win. The reason you are so exhausted, my love, is that you are fighting the river. You are swimming upstream, trying to force your plan to happen when my purpose is trying to carry you to an ocean of blessing you cannot even see yet. Your anxiety comes from the gap between your plan and my purpose. You are mourning the death of a plan, but I am celebrating the birth of a purpose. I am asking you to do something difficult but liberating. Stop worshiping your own calculations. Stop thinking that if you worry enough, you can control the outcome. Worry is a form of atheism. It acts as if I do not exist or do not care. Release the need to know how. The how is my department. The trust is yours. When you surrender your frantic planning, you step into the flow of my divine ordering. You will find that doors open without you kicking them down. You will find that the right people walk into your life without you chasing them. You will find peace. My purpose is not to harm you, but to give you a future and a hope. Let go of the steering wheel. You are not the captain of this ship. I am. And I have never crashed a vessel that was entrusted to me. Relax into the certainty of my will. My purpose is inevitable. If it is meant for you, it will not pass you by. If it passed you by, it was not meant for you. It was a distraction. What is coming is better than what is gone. What is coming is built on the solid rock of my eternal intent, not the shifting sands of your temporary desires. Trust the anchor. Your life is held secure. My child, let us return to David one last time, for there is a final secret in his life that unlocks your peace. David had a burning desire in his heart. He wanted to build a temple for me. It was a noble dream. He had the wealth, the power, and the passion. He drew up the plans. He gathered the gold and the cedar. He thought, surely this is what I was born to do. But I came to him and said no. I told him, you are a man of war. You have shed blood. You shall not build a house for my name. Your son Solomon, who will be a man of peace, he shall build it. Imagine the sting of that moment. David had to let go of his greatest ambition. He had to accept that he was the gatherer, not the builder. He had to accept that his role was to prepare the way for someone else to finish the task. But watch what David did. He did not pout. He did not quit. He did not grow bitter and say, if I can't build it, no one will. Instead, he did something incredibly powerful. He handed it over. He gave the blueprints, the gold, and the materials to Solomon. He blessed the very person who would complete his dream. I am showing you this because many of you are holding on to a plan A that I have already said no to. You are clutching a relationship that I have ended. You are obsessing over a career path that I have closed. You are fighting to build a temple that I have assigned to a different season or a different method. You are exhausted because you are trying to force a door that I have locked for your protection. I am asking you today to perform the spiritual act of handing over. I want you to visualize your hands right now. In the spirit, they are clenched tight. You are holding on to your children, your business, your health, your reputation, and your future with a death grip. You are afraid that if you let go, everything will fall apart. But the truth is, you are choking the life out of these things by trying to control them. You are carrying a weight you were never designed to carry. I am the sustainer of the universe. You are my child. You are trying to do my job, and it is crushing you. Open your hands. Physically, right where you are, open your hands. Release the tension. Say to me, Lord, this is my life. This is my dream. This is my trouble. I hand the plan to you. Do you feel that that is the weight of the world falling off your shoulders? When you hand it over to me, I take full responsibility for the outcome. When you keep it, the pressure is on you. When you give it to me, the pressure is on me. And I have never failed. I have never dropped a promise. I have never lost a battle. Understanding this will change your life. Sometimes, my no is the greatest mercy I can give you. I said no to David building the temple so that he could focus on establishing the kingdom that would protect it. I said no to your plan because I have a better plan. A Solomon plan that is richer, wiser, and more peaceful than anything you could build with your own hands. The moment you surrender your need to control, you activate my power to provide. The war is over. Put down your weapons. Hand over the blueprints. Let me build the house. The master builder is taking over now. My beloved, you often come to me asking for the full map. You want to see the destination, the route the pit stops, and the obstacles before you take a single step. You say, Lord, show me the whole picture, and then I will move. But that is not how faith works. If I showed you the whole journey, you would never start. If you saw the mountains you have to climb, you would be paralyzed by fear. If you saw the glory that awaits you at the end, you would be consumed by pride. So in my wisdom, I hide the future from you. I do not give you a map. I give you a compass. I do not give you a floodlight that illuminates the miles ahead. I give you a lamp unto your feet. Think of driving a car at night. Your headlights only show you a few hundred feet of the road. You cannot see the destination. You cannot see the city you are driving toward. But you can see enough to drive safely for the next few seconds. As you move forward, the light moves with you. The next stretch of road is revealed only when you have traveled the first stretch. This is how I lead you. The details follow your obedience. You are waiting for the details before you obey, but I am waiting for your obedience before I release the details. You are standing still, demanding to see step 10, but I am whispering, take step 1. I prophesy to you right now. As you take that first trembling step of faith, the ground will appear beneath your feet. The resource you need for the second month will not show up until you survive the first month. The wisdom for the big decision will not come until you handle the small decision right in front of you. Do not despise the mystery. The mystery keeps you dependent on me. If you knew everything, you would not need me. I want to walk with you hand in hand, day by day. So what is the one thing I have told you to do that you are ignoring? Is it to forgive that person? Is it to start that application? Is it to sow that seed? Is it to cut off that toxic habit? Do not wait for the feeling. Do the action. Obedience is the key that unlocks the next door. The moment you move, heaven moves. The moment you step out, the Red Sea parts. It does not part while you are standing on the shore debating. It parts when your feet touch the water. Move, my child. The light is breaking. The details are coming. But first, you must walk. My beloved, I am shifting the atmosphere around your finances right now. Open your spirit to receive a decree from the courts of heaven. For too long, you have lived under the shadow of lack. You have counted pennies, worried about bills, and felt the suffocating grip of debt. You have seen your hard-earned resources devoured by unexpected emergencies, by bad investments, and by the devourer that seems to eat your harvest before you can even taste it. You have looked back at years of struggle and thought that time is gone forever. I can never get it back. But hear the word of the Lord from Joel 2:25. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. I am not just promising you a paycheck. I am promising you repayment. Repayment for the years you spent in survival mode. Repayment for the opportunities that were stolen. Repayment for the stress that aged you prematurely. The locusts, the swarming locusts of debt, the hopping locusts of bad luck, the destroying locusts of theft, they are being rebuked today. I am drawing a line in the sand of your financial life. The era of just enough is ending. The era of more than enough is beginning. I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I am opening the storehouses of heaven over your house. You have been faithful with a little. Now I am trusting you with much. Prepare your mind for a supernatural shift in your economy. I am not limited by the job market, the stock market, or the economy of your nation. My economy operates on a different frequency. I am about to release provision from unexpected sources. You will receive checks in the mail you did not work for. Debts will be canceled in ways you cannot explain. Favor will find you in boardrooms and interviews. Ideas will be downloaded into your mind that are worth millions. You have been looking at your salary as your only source, but I am the source, and I have 1,000 channels. Stop staring at the faucet when I am trying to give you the river. I want you to imagine the feeling of the weight being lifted. Imagine waking up with no debt. Imagine having the resources to help others without hesitation. This is not a fantasy. This is my will for you. I take no pleasure in the poverty of my children. Poverty is a curse, and I broke every curse on the cross. I am restoring your credit. I am restoring your savings, and I am restoring your peace. But listen closely, this abundance is coming with a purpose. I am blessing you so that you can be a blessing. I am trusting you to be a conduit, not a hoarder. As the resources flow into your hands, let them flow out to build my kingdom. The poverty mentality is breaking off your lineage today. You will be the one who changes your family tree from borrower to lender. Receive it. The restoration has begun. My child, I am turning the page on your relationships. I see the loneliness that has settled around you like a cold fog. You have watched people walk out of your life, friends you thought would be there forever, family members who turned their backs, partners who could not understand your heart. You have grieved their absence. You have questioned your worth, asking, why did they leave? Was I not enough? I need you to hear this clearly. They did not leave because you were inadequate. They left because they were expired. Their season in your life had come to an end, and because you would not let them go, I had to remove them. I did not take them away to hurt you. I took them away to clear the room. You cannot host a banquet in a cluttered room. You cannot welcome the new if you are still clinging to the old. Those who left you were comfortable with your history, but they were threatened by your destiny. They could love the version of you that was broken, but they could not handle the version of you that is healing. They could relate to your struggle, but they would have been jealous of your success. Stop mourning the loss of people who were anchoring you to the past. Stop trying to resuscitate dead relationships. If I removed them, it is because I heard conversations you did not hear. I saw hearts that were turning against you in secret. I protected you from knives you didn't even know were being sharpened. Wipe your tears. The cleaning phase is over. Now lift up your eyes. I am bringing a new tribe to you. I am aligning you with a soul tribe, people who speak your new language, people who carry the same fire, people who are running at the same pace. You have felt like an alien for so long, misunderstood and isolated. But I am sending you runners who will not just walk with you. They will run with you. I am sending you mentors who will not compete with you, but will crown you. I am sending you friends who will not drain you, but will water you. This new circle is not based on proximity or history. It is based on destiny alignment. These are the midwives of your future, sent to help you birth what I have placed inside you. Do not fear the transition. The empty chairs at your table are not a sign of unpopularity. They are reserved signs for the guests of honor who are on their way. The solitude you are feeling is not isolation. It is the VIP lounge where I prepare you before the party begins. Be patient. Do not lower your standards to fill the void. Do not text the past because you are lonely in the present. Stand tall in your identity. The ones coming are worth the wait. They will love you for who you are becoming, not for what they can take from you. Your circle is shifting because your level is shifting. Welcome the new. The tribe of your destiny is gathering. My child, listen closely. I am not calling you into endless, hopeless waiting. This season of vague, directionless delay is ending. In the days ahead, I am beginning a turnaround in your life. You may not see everything change in 1 week, but you will begin to notice signs, small breaks, open doors, gentle shifts that show you I am working on your behalf. I am marking the next 7 days as the beginning of a turnaround. Watch for even small signs of my movement, a conversation, a message, a new idea, a fresh sense of peace. They are signals, not the finish line. I want you to wake up tomorrow with a different energy. Do not wake up dragging the heavy chains of maybe someday. Wake up with the electric anticipation of it could be today. I am moving behind the scenes to orchestrate a divine collision that you did not see coming. It may be a phone call from a number you do not recognize. It may be an email that changes your career trajectory. It may be a sudden resolution to a conflict that has dragged on for months. Or it may be a quiet, overwhelming sense of peace that floods your soul, signaling that the battle in the spirit has been won. Whatever form it takes, know this: I am sending a signal. You must be watchful. Many miss their miracle because they are sleepwalking through their pain. They are so focused on the storm that they miss the rainbow. I need you to be alert. Look for the signs. Look for the repeating numbers 1111, 777 that catch your eye, reminding you of my order. Listen for the specific songs that play when you enter a room. Pay attention to the dreams I give you in the night season. These are not coincidences. They are breadcrumbs leading you to the banquet. I am speaking to you, but you must tune your receiver to my frequency. If you see a cloud the size of a man's hand rising from the sea, do not despise it. That small sign is the announcement of a mighty rain. Do not look for the whole solution to appear instantly. Look for the turn. The ship is turning. It takes time for the momentum to shift fully, but the turn happens in a moment. This week is your turning point. The atmosphere is pregnant with possibility. Keep your eyes open. Keep your spirit light. The turnaround is not coming. It is here. I am already moving. Are you watching? My beloved, we have reached the threshold. Look back for just a moment at the road we have traveled together in this message. We started with the heaviness of your heart, the arrow being pulled back in the tension of life. You felt the strain, the unfairness, and the crushing silence. But now look at where you stand. You are no longer the victim of your circumstances. You are the victor over them. The tension was necessary. The pulling back was strategic. You were not retreating. You were gathering power. And now the target is in sight. The door that was shut for so long, the door of opportunity, the door of healing, the door of restoration, is beginning to creak open. It is not opening because you forced it. It is opening because you are finally ready to walk through it without being crushed by the weight of the glory on the other side. But hear me, my child, this is not the end of the story. This is merely the end of the prologue. You are not just stepping into a blessing, you are stepping into a new level of operation. The double portion I promised you is not just for your comfort. It is fuel for your assignment. I have a secret instruction, a specific mission for your life that I have kept hidden until now because you were not strong enough to carry it. But you have passed the test. You have endured the silence. You have forgiven the betrayers. You have handed over your plans. Now you are qualified for the much. What I am about to show you in the coming season will make the trials of the past look like a small price to pay for the magnitude of the destiny I am unlocking. I am not done with you yet. I have barely begun. The atmosphere is shifting. The seal is being set. Do not let the enemy steal what you have received in this holy time we shared. You must lock this word into your spirit. You must seal this prophecy so that doubt cannot penetrate it when you leave this video. The exchange has been made: your broken plan for my perfect purpose. Your plan A for my kingdom plan. The arrow is released. The flight has begun. Watch it fly. Watch it hit the mark. Watch how I make everything beautiful in its time. Now, to activate the law of the double portion and to physically receive the spiritual keys for this next open door, I need you to make one final definitive declaration. This is your signature on the contract of your destiny. Type "I lean on God" in the comments below. Let this be the moment you let go of the wheel and let me drive. And finally, if you have not yet joined this sanctuary, press the like button and subscribe to the channel now. Do not walk this journey alone. Join this family of believers so that when the next instruction comes, you are here to receive it. The door is open. Step through. I am with you always.